difference of about 7,500 between palm oil and palm kernel oil. And apart from that, an extra 6 liters or 5 liters that I'll get again from palm oil. And you want to make profit with using only PKO, how will you get profit? This is mine. This is mine. This is commercial. These are pieces of my soap. You can see how thin they are. How thin it is, okay? These are pieces of my soap. You can see how thin they are, okay? Because of the method I use, okay? Guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is Zesta Herbal Soap Skincare and Lifestyle. So today we'll be continuing our talk on soap making. Is it profitable? But the topic more today will be on palm oil. Must I use palm oil in my soap? Must I use palm oil? Because that's the question I've been asked. Another one told me that she prefers palm kernel oil. The soap looks more beautiful for her. It is more less stressful and all that. Okay. Then others were asking that, Kai, must they even use that palm oil? You see, this thing, it depends on everybody. But to me, so far as you want to make profit, use palm oil. Even commercial soaps use palm oil. They use soap noodles. These are the two things you cannot run away from if you want to make profit in soap making, especially commercial soap making. Palm oil and soap noodles. If you want white soap, use soap noodles. If you want commercial laundry soap, use palm oil. And even with the palm oil, you can bleach it, then use titanium dioxide on it, and you will get your white soap. Okay? Let me show you an example here now. This is commercial soap. What are you seeing here? Are you not seeing palm oil here? This is my own soap. I'm holding it together with the commercial soap. Tell me, can you see difference? This is my own. This is commercial soap. Are you seeing any difference? Both of us use palm oil. Both of us use palm oil. If not for the size or for my logo, you might not even know the difference. And let's say I'm able to use a plodder, because I didn't use a plodder. Let's say I'm able to use a plodder and make my own look smooth also. It will come out exactly like their own. Already with this formulation that I use in making this soap, it is commercial style. Because this soap, when you hold it against the light, it has a bit of transparency that I can see here, but from the camera I'm not seeing. But for me here, especially around the edges, I can see. When I hold mine too, I can see. Even though mine is thicker, okay? When I hold mine too, I can see. Even though mine is thicker, okay? But they are the same. The major ingredient in this soap is palm oil. Brown soap, brown soap, brown soap. You now see what gives brown soap its color. Palm oil. Look at them. Commercial. My own. My own. If you put them together, you might not know. The only way you'll be able to identify my own is that it is not as smooth as the commercial soap. Okay? And this soap that you're seeing, I made it for home use. I didn't even make it to sell. This is what we use in the house. Let me show you the pieces of the soap. This is a very thin piece of my soap. See how thin it is. See, most of the soaps they are teaching now, they don't get to be this thin. Even when they get to be this thin, they will break off. They will be brittle. But see mine, you can even see it's bending. It's bent. You can see. That's to tell you that the soap if you keep on using it well, it will do as if it's melting till you finish. These are some pieces. This is a piece of the same soap. This is a piece of the same soap, okay? But it broke. But you can see how small the pieces are. If I hold it like this, maybe you can even see the transparency a bit. I don't know. Maybe it's my angle of light. I did stay in an angle where light can pass through very well for you to see. But I'm not even trying to convince you or anything. Definitely, I know what I'm saying here. You cannot do without palm oil. Let me tell you, I will show you another thing. But before I show you that, let me ask you, which is cheaper? Palm oil. Which one will give you a stronger bar of soap? Palm oil. Which one will give you, which one will tolerate more ingredients and tolerate more addition of water? Palm oil. Which one uses less caustic compared, which one uses less caustic between palm kernel oil and palm oil? Palm oil. Palm oil uses less caustic. And this brings us to another topic. I don't like saying this, but honestly, I don't like hydrometer method of making soap. I don't. If you are able to calculate everything, you'll be able to know for sure how much amount of caustic do I need for this oil, for this soap I want to make. Even if you have a soap company and you want to give them ingredients, you'll be able to give them exactly the amount of water, exactly the amount of caustic, exactly the amount of STPP, exactly the amount of silicate, exactly the amount of calcium or whatever it is you need to give them for that soap making, in case you are not around. It's not the one that they will say, hey, we'll fetch 2 cups. No. You'll be able to give them exactly what they need. Close up your store and go. And that is how I teach my soap making. So for those of you that have not been part of my class yet, this is an opportunity to join. And I'm one of the cheapest. I teach well and I take my time to answer questions. I take my time. I don't just leave you people alone to be solving problems for yourself. No, I'm always there. Even if I do not see to answer your question in the midnight, I can wake up 3 o'clock and you see me answering people's questions. If you've not been part of my class, this is an opportunity to join, okay? So, honestly, hydrometer method is also another way, I'm not totally against it, but it's just me, before somebody will come and start, no, but just me. And from what I know professionally, just do away with hydrometer, learn to calculate everything. The amount of caustic you use for palm oil is less than the one you use for PKO. PKO uses more caustic compared to palm oil. And palm oil, to some extent, you can even add extra water for it and it will buffer it up and stay with it, and thereby increasing your volume a little bit. Do you understand? So you see, these are some of the things that make palm oil very good for soap making. It is cheap, gives you creamy sorts. The ladder of palm oil soap does not disappear on time. It is this kind of thick, creamy foam. Okay, it is cheaper. You get it in higher quantity than PKO. Palm oil is everywhere. Even the margarine, our butter that we eat, is palm oil. Our milk, palm oil. The list is endless. Cosmetics, food, everywhere, palm oil. It is one of the most abundant and cheapest oils world over. Then you have it here and you are going for something else. No. For you to make this profit, for you to make it in this soap, you need this palm oil. You need to incorporate it. I'm going to show you something else now. So if you know you've not been part of our soap making class, this is an opportunity to join. We have cream making class, we have pro mixing class. This is an opportunity to join. Okay? You will learn different methods of making soap. I teach about 5 different methods to pick the one you want. And I'm always there to answer your questions, to guide you through. Okay? So this is an invitation. Try yours and see. We are your best plug when it comes to soap making. Of any kind, it is not a problem for us, okay? Look forward to seeing you. Ciao. So here you can see 2 jerry cans here. This jerry can has palm kernel oil. This has palm oil, okay? Now, this jerry can of palm kernel oil, this is, I don't know that you can see it in the video as it's shaking, but this palm kernel oil is around here. It's around here, and this is 25 liters. I bought it 25 liters. A liter is 1,200 here. I bought this because I'm buying up to 25 liters. They sold it for me at 1,050 naira. 1,100 naira, okay? And see, this is where it stopped. Around here. This is palm oil. I bought it at the rate of 25 liters. A keg. They filled it up in this kind of keg. You know the way they used to put oil, palm oil? They will tilt the keg, fill it up, push it in, tilt it again, fill it up before they'll close it for you. It was because this was the keg I took. So when they poured the palm oil from, they turn it for me inside this keg. But if not, palm oil, when you buy palm oil here, they will fill it up to the brim. When you open the cover, it will pour out. But this one, look at it here. How much did I buy this palm oil? Here up north, I bought this at the rate of about 20,000 naira. And it is more than 25 liters. This should be almost 30 liters. This one, this is strictly 25 liters, and I bought it at the rate of 27,500. Which one is cheaper? A difference of about 7,500 between palm oil and palm kernel oil. And apart from that, an extra 6 liters or 5 liters that I'll get again from palm oil. And you want to make profit with using only PKO. How will you get profit? How will you get profit? Besides that, palm oil will also give you soap that does not dissolve fast compared to that of PKO. Which one will you choose? Which one will you use more? Palm oil. If you don't do that, how will you make it? Even they, commercially, they are using palm oil. You want to use something else, you want to use PKO. They are interested in the cheapest soap in the market that will foam and also give them fine scent and not finish quickly. That is what they are interested in.